Shalawam, I'm your brother Yahawah from the branch of GMS, South Carolina Millions. And before I start off, all praise, honor, and glory belongs to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, HaQadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who are the true leaders and teachers of the nation of Israel today. And thirdly, Shalawam to Yahawah Elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalawam. The time of Jacob's trouble, a time where we will need the Lord more than ever. Alright, I think that's roundabout what I'm gonna title this video. But nonetheless, I was watching this video from the elder brother Kabad from the GMS North Carolina Raleigh camp, and pretty much dealing with these ICE agents, Trump's troops that he's using to oppress the nation of Israel, specifically Northern Kingdom. All right, and coming at this Southern Kingdom as well, but we know that this devil is headstrong on coming after the Northern Kingdom with his whole propaganda of immigration. Even though you got all these different nations that done flooded within this country, or this corporation known as America. All right, who are these troops, these ICE troops, predominantly going after? The Israelites, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latino, all right, so-called Negroes, all right, because the Haitians, and they not gonna differentiate. They're just gonna come for all of Israel, man. But nonetheless, I was watching this video, and as you can see by the title or the caption, it says ICE plans to spend $20 million on gloves that deliver electric shock through direct skin contact. All right, and this is the sword of the Lord on the left hand side. This is Esau, Edom. His blessing is the sword. Okay, and that was 2 points that I want to make, 2 precepts that I want to get, showing you that Esau is the sword of Yahawah Bahasham on the left hand side. Psalms 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, disappoint him, cast him down. And this is talking about the Edomite. It's talking about the devil that currently rules and resides over the planet Earth. All right, the wicked, according to Job 9 and 24. All right, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the so-called white man is the sword of the Lord on the left-hand side. The Lord uses this devil, as a weapon. All right, and the so-called white man, or Esau's blessing, is the sword, going back to the beginning. All right, Genesis 27, getting straight to the point. Genesis 27 and verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So you see Esau's blessing given to him by Isaac, which if you can receive it, was Yahawashi in the previous incarnation. All right, he was given a blessing from the Lord, all right, to wield or perfect, all right, or utilize the sword. So his blessing is to put you to death. All right, and Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is about to use this devil in this time known as Jacob's trouble, a worst time, all right, known to man. All right, the worst time ever. And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi about to put down a lot of you rebellious, wicked 2/3 Israelites out here. All right, as this devil plans to come with his new world order. All right, micro C-hip. All right, the people in the earth. All right, and predominantly come after the Lord's people. All right, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi gonna give you over to this devil, and this is some of the things that this devil gonna be using: electric gloves, so that when he touch you, you go into a state of shock like you're being tased. Okay, so he can detain you. All right, one of many forms of weaponry that this devil is going to utilize during this time known as Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation. The enforcing of this new world order, all right, against the people of the world, All right, but namely Israel. And that's why it's called Jacob's trouble. Okay? But nonetheless, within this time, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to be with his elect. That's one thing we know for sure and for certain. In Jeremiah 30:7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And the he that's going to be saved out of it is the elect. And NLT, in all of history, there has never been such a time of terror. Okay? Remember, this devil's coming in like a madman. All right? 2 Esdras, the 16th chapter. Okay? Still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. He's coming after Israel, man. Okay? It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end they will be saved. The elect's going to be saved. Okay? So this devil can come with his troops, his ICE agents, all right, his military, police force, okay? He can come with his drones, his robot dogs, he can come with his full perfection of the sword against the Lord's elect, but none of it's going to prevail. Okay? Let me play this video, this short clip. Subscribe to the elder Kabad from the GMS North Carolina Raleigh camp. Subscribe to his channel and be edified. GMS, keep pushing. And I'm gonna get a precept and close this thing out, man. We are living in a time to where we are going to need Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi more than ever. Time of Jacob's trouble.
During fight, which we don't want. The patent is that this only works on skin, so it doesn't go through your clothing. If I had to get distance and go to my weapon, I can hold my weapon and it's not going to affect me. I'm not going to shock myself. The same thing goes when I get you in a position and if I need to cuff you, I can grab the cuffs. They're metal. Here, you can grab them. It's not going to transfer. It won't transfer you. It doesn't go to you. That way there's no shock to you. So if I get you in let's back up 1 second. If I get you in a standard, I'm going to hold your skin so you can see that it won't transfer to me. If I had a partner, he could have a hold of you, it wouldn't transfer to him. I can be escorting you. If you started to resist, I'm going to take you. I'm going to say, Jeremy, go to the ground. Jeremy says, no. Shit. That's worse than the fucking thing.
So you see, that's just one of many things in Esau Edom's arsenal that he's going to be utilizing against the tribes, against Israel. All right? And us hopeful members of the elect, we are going to depend on Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to see us and get us through this time. Okay? Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. That's what we believe in. All right? Pursuant to the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. All right, from the east to the west. All right, from the west to the east. All right, but the sun rises in the east. All right, and only the elect right now fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, but soon the whole world will. And it says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, and that's Esau coming with his troops. Okay, his military troops, police, military police, all right, his ICE agents, okay, UN troops to enforce this new world order. Okay, he's gonna come in like a flood. The spirit of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, this devil gonna be going house to house, street to street, all right, city to city, town to town. Ain't gonna be nowhere safe out here. Okay. He is, and then he gonna have orders. Either you comply or you die. Okay? But guess what? It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall lift up a standard against him. Alright? And what is that standard? All right, that's going to be lifted through the spirit and the power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Spiritual power, miracles, divine protection. All right.
Strong's H 5127. Noose.
All right. I believe that translates to nas. All right, but it reads to flee, escape. All right, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly, to attack on horseback. Okay, to take flight, to put to flight, to drive hastily, to cause to disappear, hide. All right, and you're gonna have men that Yahawashi is going to endow with power, right, to do miraculous things. Okay, Yahawashi could put the spirit on the brother to get power and to deliver you out of a situation. All right, deliver you out of a FEMA camp, or when you're surrounded by a troop, or give you power yourself. All right, or Yahawashi can have an angel, all right, fight on your behalf, break you out of prison like he did the Apostle Peter and the apostles, man. Okay, Yahawashi can have it to where Esau coming in like a flood and they don't even see you. You know, and that's why Yahawashi said, all right, with man, it's impossible. All right, all things are possible. Look that up. Yep. St. Matthew 19:26. But Yahawashi beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible. See, if we were just by ourselves, trying to bear arms or try to do this thing by ourselves, you know, this would seem like an impossible task. All right, but Yahawashi gave us simple instructions to go out and teach and preach, endure. Okay, and leave everything else up to Yahawashi. Okay, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High, Yahawashi, all things are possible. Okay, so long as you believe in the Heavenly Father Yahawah, through His only begotten Son Yahawashi, you're gonna be all right, man. Okay, you believe on the Lord's word that everything that you need gonna be taken care of, and you're gonna have divine protection, and you're gonna be provided for. You're gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Okay, St. Matthew 6:31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Because remember, this devil going to be pushing that mark of the beast, the Revelation 13:16-17, which is the RFID micro C-hip as the new form of buying and selling. If you don't have that mark of the beast, you're not going to be able to go and purchase your groceries, your food, water, clothing, necessities. You're not going to be able to function on his grid society. Okay, and the elect, we're not going to take it. All right, through the spirit and the power of Yahawashi, Revelation 3:10, the Lord said, because we have kept the word of his patience, all right, we long suffer, we endure, we kept this truth, remain faithful, okay, even unto death, he also will keep us, all right, from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So it's a test, all right. And the only right answer to this test is faith in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and his word. All right. St. Matthew 6:32. For after all these things do the Gentiles, talk about the actual heathens, seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Continue to serve the Lord. Continue to inquire of the truth. Remain occupied in prophecy and abide in it. All right? And let Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi work. Okay? Let Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi work. All right? It says, seek the kingdom of the Most High in the NLT above all else, and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. See? So, hey, we're going to be all right. Esau come with his troops. He can come with the perfection of his sword. He could try to put his sword against Jacob. But you try to put your sword against the elect, and you're about to see the power, the miracles of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Lord, with us edifying to the elect. With that, I say shalom. Shalom to the whole full elect.